Innovating Education Learning World in association with WISE, an initiative of Qatar Foundation.
The United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child aims to protect children against discrimination. But many young people from marginalized and minority communities still face social and educational exclusion. We look at projects in Afghanistan, India and Spain aiming to improve their lives. In the poor, muddy slums of Afghanistan, many families from nomadic minority backgrounds do not send their kids to school for fear of a humiliation. The government has left a huge gap concerning their rights, and although some NGOs are trying to close it, conditions remain appalling for many people. Let's meet Robina and her family in this camp in Kabul.
Robina sells bracelets at the market in Kabul. She belongs to a nomadic minority group called Jats. Because of that, she's never been able to go to school.
I'm happy because I can bring groceries home, soup, vegetables, washing powder, essential needs for the house. When I sell bracelets, we're all fine, but when I don't, we have nothing.
Robina and her family live in a camp on the outskirts of the city. Along with another 2,000 people, they settled here 8 years ago. There's no concrete, no electricity, and in Robina's home, there are 8 mouths to feed.
We don't have water, so I bring tins in a wheelbarrow. The well is a long way away.
Robina's family pay €3 a month to stay on this wasteland, but they could be evicted at any time by the authorities.
We have a roof here. We built a house. As I became older and weaker, we couldn't afford travelling during the spring anymore. If God gave us our own land, our own place, if we had food and comfort, it would mean the world to us.
In the Afghan constitution, Jats are not officially recognised as a minority group. This means that most of them have no identity cards, meaning they can't go to state schools. Jats are so marginalised that the word itself has even become an insult in Afghan.
We took the ones with IDs to the local school, but as they came out of school, the people beat them up. They abused them, said they were bangle sellers, nomads, this and that. They said they didn't deserve to go to school. It's too late for us, but our children should get an education so they could understand what is a toilet, what's a hospital, because somebody illiterate doesn't understand anything.
On the other side of town is an even bigger camp, home mainly to people from the south of the country who fled from the fighting there. Among them lives a small community of Jats, and for the first time they have access to education.
We couldn't go to state schools because of not having identity cards, but I like going to school to learn something new. I want to become a teacher, a doctor, or an engineer.
This school for Jats opened last year. It's a first step towards recognition that this minority group is part of the Afghan nation.
Discrimination is one ingredient of exclusion, but poverty also plays a part. And that's the case for several tribes living in Odisha in India. In this report, we visit KISS, the Kalinga Institute for Social Science, which provides free education, board and lodging for 15,000 children. It aims to eradicate poverty and empower young people through education and vocational training. Let's have a look.
In the Odisha region of India, around 9 million tribal people live in extreme poverty. But thanks to KISS, the Kalinga Institute of Social Sciences, things are improving.
इसलिए मैं ऐसे चुना एजुकेशन को to eradicate everything.
I decided to get into education to help the poorest of the poor children of society.
Those who are not getting anything in their childhood.
Back in 1993, this school only had 125 students. But today, Kiers is the world's largest boarding school with more than 15,000 students. Here, they receive all the basic amenities of life absolutely free. And once they've finished their education, they're also promised a job.
I come from a poor family. I used to go hungry for 2-3 days at a time. My brother said, "We don't have any money. I can't help you to study. So I'll take you to a tribal school where all the Santal tribe children study. You'll be admitted there." That's how I came here. My dream of getting on in life is coming true now I'm here. And for that, I'd like to thank the Kalinga Institute of Social Science.
Vocational education is an integral part of the curriculum here. In partnership with a formal education, it helps empower tribal students. The Earn While You Learn programme also helps them to prepare for life. Students also enjoy sports.
Our performance at various educational levels is 100%. Quite often representatives from corporations come and do campus interviews here.
Children who come here should not forget their culture. So we've made demonstration houses similar to their homes. It's important for them to retain their culture. So we teach them their art and their cultural values.
For young people from Roma communities in Spain, their traditions can conflict with the schooling systems, resulting in them dropping out or even never going to school in the first place. But a foundation is working to provide education for these young people whilst maintaining their cultural heritage. In this report, we also hear a story of special educational success. Let's find out more.
Barcelona in Spain is home to thousands of Roma families. Every day in this local library, they struggle against the social exclusion of this ethnic group, starting with the roots of everything: education.
When kids reach 12 years old or thereabouts, they leave school and start doing other things. But in my case, my family's commitment made a huge difference. My parents encouraged me and emphasized the importance of studying and of going to school.
Nowadays, more Roma students are going to university, but they still remain an exception. But the Per Klose Foundation supports Roma students, encouraging them to go to university. They see it as an important way for Roma to achieve social equality.
Roma students cannot make it alone. It's true, they need someone to support them. Many parents have told me when they've already made a huge effort to keep going with education, when they've seen that their kid is going the right direction, they say, "Find me a good school for my child." And that's because they don't want their kids to fail.
Parents trust the foundation because it's run by Roma people.
I want them to have a better life, but still remain within our culture. They can live like other people. I want them to have a job, a home, to make a living. If they don't study, they will not get good jobs. And without good jobs, they will not make a good living. What are my daughters going to do? Go out selling in the street like me? No.
Prejudice against Roma people in Spain is deeply rooted. Education is a start. Roma students succeeding at university is an even better one. But mainstream society also has a part to play in ending Roma exclusion in Spain.
As we have just seen, exclusion is a real educational obstacle for many children. Why not contribute your ideas about solving this problem? Send us your thoughts, interesting projects, or even inspiring examples from your own country via our social media pages. Well, that's it for now. Hope to see you again next week.
Learning World in association with WISE, an initiative of Qatar Foundation.